Hi, welcome to Digital with Darren. I have a master's degree in physics at Imperial College London and graduated in 1997. I designed satellites at Matra Marconi Space, and I spent 20 years as a quantitative trader on proprietary and flow trading desks in the City of London. Right, so here's the complete Spot Sky Dodge game, and what I've actually done in this particular game, we're the same thing, we're the little black spaceship over here in the centre of the board, but what effectively I've done is I've just added a background image, which is just an image, a JPEG image that I downloaded off the web, off of just off of a space background effectively, and I've also added some music, and there's two different types of music files. We've got the in the sound files, we have the WAV files, so .wav, and we've also got MP3 files, .mp3. So I'm going to just run through how they work and where I put them in order to make it work in the code. So what I'm going to do right now is just complete the game, have a little bit of fun completing the game here. Remember that we can also, in the settings, we can press the escape button to get out of the game, but just for the sake of it, there's one rocket gone. Let's just that one. Another rocket gone. Remember that our rockets change colours randomly to images. That's one of the things that we did in the 1 hour video. And let's just get the last rocket, which will be the orange one there, and the green one. And then when this rocket's hit, the game closes and we revert back to the main board. So there we go. And on the main board, let's just go and have a look. So we go to our folders section, and from this is the Sky Dodge. This is the actual Python file itself. But there, from there inside, we had these two asset folders that were set up. One was called SND for sound, and it contained our sound images. Our sounds, not our sound images. And the other one is the IMG folder, which contains our images. And if we go through, for example, on the images, we'll see, for example, here we go. This is our orange rocket, and our pink rocket, and our purple rocket, and the red rocket. And that's actually, this red rocket is the red rocket. That's the one that's used for the player rather than for the enemies. And if we notice, all of the rockets have this white box around them, and then we had that piece of code that got rid of the white, so it just left the rocket image. Otherwise, we'd have lots of white squares flying around. So that's the rockets, and the space background is just a downloaded image, so that's all it is. It's just a JPEG file, and the file size doesn't even actually fit the box size, which we set to a width of 800 and a height of 500. So there's a scaling thing in there. So it's one or two lines of code, and I'll show you where that is for the scaling. And on the sound front, it's the same thing. These were our thwack sounds. They were in this folder, and we kind of like navigated to it. We're using the operating system.path function. And here I've just added, this is the extra sound. It won't actually play. It's not supported to play in Visual Studio Code, but it does play for the game. And I downloaded a couple of sounds. I believe the one that's used is the algorithms.mp3. So we'll just close that, and we'll go to the Sky Dodge Python file, and the part where the images are done, again, it's image folder, and we do os.path.join, and then the game folder, which is where all of the game stuff is. The game folder is resides in the same folder as this existing file. So these image and sound folders are just subfolders. And likewise for the sound folder, it's in the game folder. So we just join the paths over there. And when we come to load the game sounds, in the original video we did Thwacko 1 and Thwacko 2, and we just did this piece of code here, which is pygame.mixer.sound, and then we did the path of the actual sound that we wanted to create. So os.path.join and do the sound folder, and then the WAV file. When we're doing the background sound, it's just slightly different, not humongously different, but we still doing this os.path.join, so that's actually the pointer to the MP3 file that contains a sound. But instead of doing pygame.mixer.sound, in order to get it to work, I've had to do pygame.mixer.music.load, and then we load the sound file. So the difference really is this .sound here turned into .music.load for an MP3, and that's what makes it work. And then we just go here. You see I've commented it here. We've got play sound, and all we're really doing there is pygame.mixer.music.play. And in order to make it loop infinitely, otherwise it would just play for the 2-minute clip that the sound lasted for. It lasts for 2 minutes and something. Is that we set the loops value equal to -1, and that just makes infinite loops. You could say, for example, set the loop value to equal to like 3, for example, and that would play the original and then 3 more, so you would get 4 loops if you set if you set the value to 3. But we just want it to play indefinitely, so we set the loops equal to -1. And for the actual image, whereas it's over here, background, we just do pygame.load.image.load. And then we do the same operating system.path, and we navigate towards this space background.jpg file. And the one other thing that we have to do, because it doesn't fit into the height and the width, so if we didn't set it using this transform.scale, we'd kind of like have an image that's smaller than the rectangle that we actually set for the game, so we don't want to do that. So we just do this, use this function here, which is transform.scale, and then we put the background in there. So this background feeds into the background, that's the image, and then we say what we want to scale it to, and we're scaling it to width of the width defined here, which is 800, and height of 500. So that's basically it. And if you recall, if I do scroll down, when it comes to actually drawing the window, let's see where I've actually put it. Oh yeah, here it goes. In the just before we draw our sprites, just on the refresh, so at the end of the code where we're doing our refreshing, all sprites.update, so we run the function to update the positions of the sprite. That's what the all sprites.update does. And then we're going to draw the sprites, but before we draw the sprites, because we're going to actually redraw the background, so the background covers all of the old sprites, and then the new sprites get drawn onto the new background. So it looks like we've just got this continuous screen. So it's just in here, basically, we do screen.blit and then background, and we want the background to start at the top left-hand corner of the screen, so it's position 0, 0, and it's going to be the same width and height as the screen because we did that stretch function. And that's basically it. That's everything. So thank you for listening. So thank you for watching my video. I hope it was helpful. And if you did like it, then please press the thumbs up like button and also press the follow button below. I will have more programming videos and also some trading and math ones to come too. Thank you very much.